How to do a bank recon. Hi guys, this is Jess Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. And for this video, we will be learning kung ano ba itong tinatawag na bank reconciliation and how to do this. So this is a video in relation sa request ni Daisy Joy Paredes and Mark Serenio Ray, since they have requested a discussion about bank reconciliation. So, if you can still remember our discussion on adjusting entries, we have adjusting entries to make adjustments or to correct some errors on our records in relation sa actual scenario of that particular account. So, for example, we are talking about office supplies. So, at the start of the month, meron tayong 10,000 pesos worth of supplies na binili. So, yun yung pinasok natin sa records. 10,000 pesos supplies. So, yun yung nakalista doon. However, at the end of the month, gumamit tayo ng mga supplies, may mga nasayang, may napunta sa production natin, may ginamit sa opisina natin. So, definitely, at the end of the month, hindi na yon 10,000 pesos. That is why we have to make an inventory count to check kung ilan na lang yung natira on the bodega itself, the actual supplies. And then, let's say, sabihin natin, after making an inventory count, 2,000 pesos worth of supplies na lang yung natira. Therefore, since the actual number of supplies is already 2,000 pesos, then we have to make an update sa supplies natin on our books, on our records, so that the actual and the records will be reconciliated, and then, kumbaga, parehas na yung balance nila. The same thing happens in a bank reconciliation. So, it primarily focuses on the cash account. So, meron tayong records on our cash, and then at the same time, at the end of the month, we will also check that balance sa ating bank statement. So, meron tayong tinatawag na balance per book, yung nasa records natin, and the balance per bank, yung record or balance as per the bank. So, later on in our discussion, we will be learning ano yung mga items that makes this book balance and bank balance different, and then how do we handle those certain accounts. So, I hope that's clear, and if not, feel free to write down some comments. And yeah, let us go into the discussion. So to aid us in our discussion of bank recon, I have searched a website or a reference on about it, so that yun na lang yung magiging discussion ko. So napunta tayo sa website na CFI, so Corporate Finance Institute. And the topic is on bank reconciliation. So what is bank reconciliation? A bank reconciliation statement is a document that compares the cash balance on the company's balance sheet, that's the balance per book, to the corresponding amount on its bank statement. So that's the balance per bank. Reconciling the two accounts helps identify whether accounting changes are needed. Kaya nga meron tayong bank reconciliation to reconcile those two accounts. Bank reconciliations are completed at the regular intervals to ensure that company's cash records are correct. Because again, cash is one of the most susceptible to theft, and this is also one of the accounts na we wanted to monitor closely. They also help detect fraud and cash manipulations. So, bakit nga ba nagkakaiba yung tinatawag nating balance per bank and balance per book? So, when banks send companies a bank statement that contains the company's beginning cash balance, transactions during the period, and ending cash balance. The bank's ending cash balance and the company's ending balance are almost always different. Bakit? Because of the following transactions. So let's start first with what you call the DIT or the deposit in transit. So ano ba itong deposit in transit? So these are cash and checks that have been received and recorded by the company. Okay? So pag sinabing deposits in transit, these are additions. Okay? So these are additions to our cash. It has been recorded sa company natin because tawag nito, the checks have already been received by the company but have not yet been recorded on the bank. So take for example, nakatanggap na tayo ng check from a client. So since the check is somehow good as cash in normal, well, in terms of legal tender, hindi naman siya legal tender, but typically that is considered payment already. Therefore, kapag nakatanggap na tayo ng check, we will be adding cash to our book balance. However, that will not be reflected sa bank statement yet unless that check will be deposited sa bank. Again, nag-plus na tayo sa books natin but hindi pa tayo nag-plus sa bank. Okay, the next one would be outstanding checks. Checks that have been issued by the company to creditors but payments have not yet been processed. So, this is the opposite of deposits in transit. So, outstanding checks, the company or the business have issued a check already. Therefore, there is a reduction of our existing cash. But in terms of the bank balance, hindi pa yan reflected. It will only be reflected sa bank balance natin if the creditor or the payee of that said check will be encashing that check. So, for so long as hindi pa siya naka-encash, then there will be difference on the book balance and the bank balance. We also have the bank service fees. So, banks deduct charges for services they provide to customers, but these amounts are usually relatively small. Relatively small yan, but by the time na binawas siya ng bank sa bank balance natin, sometimes our books or the business records will not be updated in real time. So, usually, malalaman na lang natin that there are bank charges if ma-receive na natin yung bank balance natin at the end of the month. This is the opposite of bank service fees, interest income. So, yung deposits natin, kumikita yan ng interest. And sometimes, may pumapasok na interest sa bank balance natin, but yung book balance natin have not been updated yet. And then, lastly, is the NSF checks. So, when a customer deposits a check into an account, but the account of the issuer of the check has an insufficient amount to pay the check, the bank deducts from the customer's account the check that was previously credited. The check is then returned to the depositor as an NSF check. So, for example, nakatanggap tayo ng cheque. Okay, nakatanggap tayo ng cheque. So, that means it will add amount sa ating book balance. Okay? So, I'm very careful between the book and the bank. So, nakatanggap tayo ng check as payment from a client. Therefore, that's an addition to our cash. So, dineposit natin yung check sa bangko. Then, it so happened na not sufficient funds siya. Meaning, we cannot encash that particular check, or let's say, dineposit natin yung check, Then after some time in the bank, it appeared to be no funds to back that check. So na-add na natin siya sa book balance natin, but it was not added to the bank statement. It was not added to the bank balance. So again, it is a cause of discrepancy. So, alam na natin yung mga accounts or mga transactions that makes the bank balance and the book balance differ. So, what to do with those transactions? So, what if may deposit in transit tayo, outstanding checks tayo, or service fees, interest income, and NSF checks? What do we do in the bank recon? Number 1, on the bank statement, compared the company's list of issued checks and deposits to check shown on the statement to identify uncleared checks and deposits in transits. So, we have to identify if meron bang mga uncleared checks and deposits in transit. Using the cash balance shown on the bank statement, add back, okay? Take note, ha? Add back any deposits in transit. We'll start with the bank balance or the balance per bank. So, what do we do? Add back the deposits in transit. Take note, ha? This deposit have been added to our book balance pero hindi pa siya added sa bank balance. That is why we have to add it back. Next is deduct the outstanding checks. Take note, outstanding checks have been deducted sa book balance but not yet in the bank balance. Therefore, we have to deduct it sa ating bank balance. Number 4, this will provide, yun na yun. So, the deposit in transit and the outstanding check will give us the adjusted bank balance. Next would be, punta naman tayo sa book balance, the company's ending cash balance. Add any interest earned and notes receivable amount. If there are interest earned sa bank natin that have not been reflected sa book, then i-add natin yan, as well as the notes receivable amount. Next would be deduct. So, kung merong mga bank service fees that have not yet been recorded, penalties and NSF checks, then we will deduct them sa ating book balance. This will arrive at the adjusted company balance. So, ayun, after the reconciliation, the adjusted bank balance should match the company's ending adjusted cash balance. So, sir, what if hindi pa rin balance yung bank tsaka book? Then you have to review, trace your transactions, trace your process, baka meron lang mga errors or miscalculations o baka may kulang talaga na hindi na record. So, we'll have an example here. So, medyo mahaba-haba ng discussion natin. So, ayun, that is why as much as possible, I really don't want to discuss these things kasi mahaba talaga siya. It will really take some time. So, XYZ company is closing its books and must prepare a bank recon. Bank state, take note ha, huwag kayong malito. Bank statement is 300,000 and then the book balance is 260. So, si bank 300, si book 260, 900. So, definitely, hindi sila parehas. That is why we have to make some bank reconciliation so that we will arrive at an equal amount. So, ang maganda lang sa problem is given na lahat, no, we don't have to identify don't have to compare the checks, the transactions. So, given na lahat dito. So, bank statement contains 100 service charge. Ayan. So, by now, may idea na kayo dapat how to treat the $100 service charge. The bank statement contains interest income of 20. So, XYZ issued checks of 50 that have not yet been cleared by the bank. So, this means that this is ano to? this is an outstanding check. Binawas na sa books ni XYZ pero hindi pa siya nabawas sa bank. XYZ deposited $20,000 but this did not appear on the bank. So this is an example of a deposit in transit. So, ayun, just go over the given and let us go into the adjustment. So let's start with the ending bank balance. So 300. So again, uncleared check. So outstanding check, minus natin yan sa bank balance. Deposit in transit, add yan. Then, adjusted bank balance natin is 270. So, I cannot write down certain lines. We'll start now with, after having our adjusted bank balance, meron na tayong, ayan, ito, 270. So, now, we'll proceed with our book balance, unadjusted book balance, to 6,900. So, service fee, minus natin yan sa book balance. Add the interest income. May error, minus 100. Then, notes receivable. Take note yung notes receivable natin. The notes receivable of 980 was collected by the bank. So, since this is a collection by the bank and have not yet been recorded sa book balance, then we have to add it back sa ating book balance. So, merong collection, dinirect siya sa bangko natin, and our books were not updated of such receipt of money. Then, NSF check, minus 520. A check of 520 deposited by the company has been charged back. So, nag-deposit na tayo ng 520, in-add na natin siya sa book balance natin. However, it was labeled as NSF. Therefore, since dinagdag natin siya sa book, we have to take it back, minus 520. So, after that adjustment, we now have both 270 and 270. See? So, it will look like this. The bank reconciliation statement. 270 and then 270. So, there you have it, bank reconciliation. So, typically, I don't really want to touch anything na medyo advanced, parang advanced accounting or mga financial accounting because it does not really, right now, it does not really match with my audience since a lot of my audience are business owners na hindi ganun ka relevant yung mga discussion on financial accounting, advanced accounting, cost accounting, and all. However, from time to time, we'll just do some discussions like this for the benefit of accounting students na nahihirapan sa pag-aaral nila. So, I hope that was valuable. Give me a feedback if nag-gets nyo ba yung discussion and if you wanted discussions like this as well in the future. So, yeah, if you wanted to have a one-on-one discussion with me, feel free to give me a DM and pag-usapan natin yung magiging one-on-one discussions. So, yun lang and maayong gabi sa tanan.